Hello, my name is Waldo, and welcome back to Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars, the director's cut. You find me and George Stobart here in another Parisian sewer, because we're apparently hardcore sewer tourists. This is the second time that we have dived into the sewers, or dove even into the sewers this game. We have been in Ireland, we have been in Spain, and now we are trying to find our way into the catacombs of a cathedral. And I think that these sewers are the right way to go, because there was no other one. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go. George, what do you see there?
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily.
Right, so that's actually our goal. That's where we need to get. Alright, clear objective. That's a good start. And there's a barge here with some kind of lifting tool, it seems like. Let's go find out. Let's go look at all these things. Seems there's some panels here. Let's have a look.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
Oh. But there was something written on it. Okay.
The
But it's gone
inscription
now.
was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Aha! So, the Templars were innocent. Maybe. They should say that, because
My medieval French isn't much,
people thought
but
they
the
weren't.
few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
That's true, because we are in Montfaucon, or more specifically we are below Montfaucon, which is indeed where the giblet was housed, was located, where all the Templars were hung. Ah. Okay, so I immediately decide to go into action and take
The
down
hook lay in a bed of chain.
hook and chain. Anything we can hook on there? It's a red ball. Probably not. I'm not gonna hook my manhole cover lifting tool on there, because there's no point. So, oh, we can go on. Let's go see what we can find here. Oh dear me. Yep, that's a Templar. So people made a wall painting of a Templar being hung. So maybe the Templars... Why would the Templars want to be reminded of their own gruesome fate? So if a Templar painted this, it was quite self-destructive, if I may say so myself. Right, what's this?
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
Okay.
Rats! It's locked.
The door is locked. Can we open it with the gem or something? No. Does the tripod have anything to do with it? No.
The door was locked.
Okay, the door is locked. Do we have to do something special to it? To unlock it? Have to put something into the mouth of the skull, maybe? But I don't see anything that we could put in there for the moment. So let's go back. You have to, like, pick up the chain?
Lay in a bed of chain.
No. So we have 3 inscriptions in the wall.
My medieval French,
Yeah, we know.
maybe.
We know that. We also know this one.
The inscription was hard.
And this one was faded.
The wall
Yeah.
the wall seemed in very poor condition.
Oh.
The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
Aha. But we can't use this. Hello?
The
Chain?
hook lay.
We can't pick it up and attach it to something, it seems.
The
So
wall had.
this wall is getting on. And it's probably gonna crack. Can I
It was
bash
time
it open?
for some brutal destruction.
Here we go. Blam.
Hey, that's hollow.
One
I
fell
poked a
swoop.
hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this.
or commend you for your
Some sort of
discovery.
mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it.
Time to pull the lever.
Here goes. The secret door had jammed.
Ah,
I couldn't get through that gap.
so it's indeed a secret door.
I'd pulled the lever right over.
But it's jammed because it's really old, and actually we kind of broke it. And now we can get the chain. Excellent. And of course we immediately attach it to the door. And then we use the lever, or the hoist, to, wow, magically make the door disappear and just clean up after ourselves right at the same time. Really nice. Let's have a look at what this is. Holy damn. So the door that we encountered that was locked is actually not a door at all. It's a fake. Is it?
In the beginning
Oh shit.
was the end.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
That's our professor.
Report.
The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them.
She seems Italian.
Unbelief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Orisci Spanish.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They
No
are
idea where he's
acting on
from.
hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish.
South Africa,
The
maybe?
pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent.
Standing there with his hands in his pockets.
The tired old governments are dying a slow death.
Not very interested.
From their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
Ah,
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
well, winning a Nobel Prize, of course.
On the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must
Welcome to the class, George. Glad you could make it.
The clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin.
Oh, that's the doctor.
He's an assassin.
And Cain
Plain and
or
simple.
Khan is the
That's not what he
Hashashin.
believes.
Right.
He actually thinks.
I'm getting it.
Silence! Do I have to remind you
Raquel, shut up
that
now.
we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results. Not petty bickering. Not excuses. Now, Professor.
Okay, so the sword of Templars got broken,
Yes,
and they want
of
to
course.
restore
My
it,
apologies.
reforge
We
it.
will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or
Apparently need to
We
find
have already found
Baphomet.
another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
It's some kind of tripod.
But I have my best people working on it. You
No?
would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
And once again, George is really late to the party.
Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you
Oh, he's the Grand Master.
news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
Ah, a
The
lens.
assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
We need that lens
This
for that.
will be our last meeting in person.
That
until
scroll
we
in the
locate
cathedral.
The sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The next time that we meet,
It's just a sword, though.
it will be to become the princess of this world.
Or is it some kind of magic? Oh, and they're leaving a little boat. Nice. Alright, can we go down there? Yes, we can. Let's have a look. Non omnis moriar. Clarior et tenebris. What's
In
this?
the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft of daylight from the world above, lancing down to touch it.
I think that we need our tripod here.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
Yes, we found a use for it. We found a use for our tripod. Hold on.
The light
put the
falling
gem
from
inside.
above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter.
I see
Starting
4.
from the left, I could read
Oh.
M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Marib. Oh, and we go back to Nico's apartment.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor.
Baphomet.
The guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the
So this
manuscript.
Khan fellow
To
is
stop
actually the
them
good
finding
guy.
The sword.
But now we
Plot
got the
twist.
manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria. But they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
No, no,
These
of
guys
course
are
not.
crazy and dangerous.
Jesus.
That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Yeah, let's give him back the tripod now that we have uncovered its true meaning and true potential. Should we have a look at the manuscripts again? I don't really think that's necessary. I don't need to show Nico my red ball, either.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Yes, I do need to go to Marib. Here we go. Marib! Da-da-da-da. Ah, another holiday. We have belly dancing children, we have fat tourists, and we have other fat people. Nice. Let's have a look at what we can do here.